just about to get started. So basically what we have here for today, immediately, we do have Syn versus Elandil first up, which is as I said, this is Silver League. This is Group B, Round 1. So this is the map draft. We're going to go ahead and get started. Let's have a look, see what we have. Hello, Elandil. Hello, Beniz. Good evening, guys. Hope everyone's having a great one so far. We have Syn banning Pacific Islands and Elandil banning Boglands. African Clearing as a home map here. Waiting for Elandil to get his home map pick. Now we'll have a look at the civs, and we'll get started in that. We have Lowland as the home pick, with Mediterranean as the admin pick, Mediterranean being the game one here. Having a look at the civs, let's see what we get here. First ban is Armenians by Syn, followed by Chinese by Elandil, and her second ban will be going to... Still irritated how you civ drafted? It's half the game, I would say. You should have picked Chinese. We'll have to see. We'll see what happens. No spoilers. No spoilers. And random pick gets the Persians. Elandil's out of time. Syn's second ban will be Spanish. And we now start getting the actual civ draft. Mongols for Syn, Elandil goes with Khmer, and the Byzantine second pick for Syn will be the Huns. And here come the random civs. We have Malians for Syn, Georgians for Elandil, Britons for Syn, Portuguese for Elandil, Teutons for Syn as the last pick, and the Aztecs as the last pick here for Syn. Which means our first game will be Mediterranean. I'm gonna go ahead, load this up, grab OBS, switch to this. There we go. Logo's ready. We're having fun. Chat's up. Game's loading. We have Mediterranean as game 1 here. And let's have a look. We are officially in the game. We have Elandil here playing as the Byzantines in yellow versus Syn playing as the Malians in orange. I'm just going to go ahead and switch Syn here to a different color just so I can. It's a bit easier for us. We're gonna make him blue. Yep. I can just lower it. Alrighty. So let's have a look at the sections here. We have Mediterranean as the first map, which is basically a very normal hybrid water map. The biggest difference is very similar to Crater Lake. The only difference is Crater Lake, you do have the gold island in the middle. As for generation, we have some gold, nice gold here in the back for Elandil, good defensible position. You can wall off the sides quite well. There's always extra herdables on the sides, so if players are aware of that, they can utilize that for sure. This map is very water heavy, so whoever controls the water does control most of the map and some of the early game here. While we have this getting started, I'm gonna go ahead, run a prediction. Prediction. My only rule for this is Elandil and Syn, you are not allowed to vote because you already know the results. We'll put a let's say 5-minute timer. 5-minute timer. 5-minute timer in on the predictions for anybody interested in predicting. Let's have a look here. Elandil, starting off on the rules, going for wood early on. Let's see. Interesting lumber camp here for Syn. And we have most of them food here, but it looks of it, we have 7 villagers on food. 4 Syn, 4 on wood. Let's have a look at the scouting. Good scouting for both players. Finding all their main resources. Yes, buddy. That one there is. First board we're in for Elandil. Some idle villagers, but overall looks fine. No real damage to the villagers. Here comes the first board in for Syn. Syn Scout is idle, but that is a good board for both players. Again, anybody who is scouting properly will be able to find the extra herdables across the map. There's always 5 cows on both sides at the corners, roughly. I would say it's slightly better off for Elandil here, but they do seem to be closer to his side on both ends. A lot of fish. Elandil already up with a dock. Neo, welcome! Smart guy, welcome. Yes, the slightly worse lake map. Syn has his dock going up shortly here, so we'll have to see what that comes down to. After this this cast we do have live, we will be casting Hitman versus Broccoli from Plat Lake, so that's gonna be very interesting. And here comes the second board in for Syn. Syn is also pushing in his deer. Nicely done. Elandil, where's Elandil's deer? Okay, they're right here. Let's see if he tries to push them in, but we already have 2 fishing ships in for Elandil, 1 fishing ship in for Syn. Syn is slightly behind on fishing ships, but he does have 8 on wood, so, and Elandil only has 6. Now making more villagers on wood, and he is now pushing in the deer. Unfortunate there, 1 villager does take a cow. We'll have to see how that goes. So far we have 1,000 points predicted on Elandil, even with that nice little boar pull there. The deer pull. Quite unfortunate. And a second dock coming in for Syn. No feudal age for either player so far. Elandil does seem to be a bit closer. We'll have to see what they come up with. It's 13 villagers on food with 3 fishing ships. 2 fishing ships for Syn. Syn also making another 2 fishing ships. Syn now going for a mill as well. And he's now sending villagers to build a mining camp onto the gold. And we might be looking for some early feudal age water aggression here for Syn. Into massing a small army of fire ships probably. And here comes Elandil on the way up to feudal age, now sending some villagers to gold. Still on 1 dock, unfortunately, which means he will not particularly have the capability to keep up with the fishing ships. So we'll have to see how that goes. Syn is housed, but he is on the way up to feudal, so we don't count that. Well, actually, no, he's not producing anything, so we don't count that. And here comes Syn's scout. Unfortunately, he hasn't found that, but here comes Elandil. He does find 3 cows here. And we now have a barracks coming down for Elandil here on the defensive. There you go. Elandil now in feudal age. Let's have a look, see what he's going. We see immediately 2 fire galleys in production. More houses coming in for Syn. does not want to be housed at all. Might want to consider moving this camp over here, but you do have a second lumber camp on this side. And Syn reaches Feudal Age, and he is starting to wall on the left-hand side here. Blacksmith now coming in, and we're going galleys. Okay, interesting. We see galley coming in, but here comes an archery range for Elandil. And here come the cows here looking for more food income. At the moment, the only food coming in for Elandil is the fishing ship.
It will make the bedding clean.
We now have fleshing coming in for Syn. And here comes some more walls on this side. I'm not a big fan of these walls, to be honest, because they are walling out this gold. I would prefer it if you walled out this side, but I guess that makes this a bit more difficult to defend. But here comes the fire ship looking to do some damage, only to find 2 galleys on the water already, and here comes the second dock for Elandil immediately in. Elandil also walling on the left side, completely walled up, except for maybe there's a little gap here between the archery range and the water that might come into play later. We'll have to see. Maddie, thank you. Dev, thank you for the 1 tier gifted. Congratulations, Maddie AoE, for receiving 1 month of sub. We have 3 galleys in, 4th coming in, 3rd dock coming in now for Syn, but we also have the scout back here near this wood line. We can see that wood line. Then scout is here. We now see archers coming in for Elandil. Something I did not check, we have a blacksmith coming in. While that's happening, let me have a look here actually. I would like to check something and update the information. We don't have elo range for the players. About 1150 for Syn by the looks of it. And Elandil, if you can remind me what your elo is, that'd be much appreciated. Elandil, thank you for the sub as well. And 60-ish. So let me go ahead. Overview. No, wait, casting. There you go. It's a best of 3, if I recall, the Battle Royale. Yeah. So we have seed. It's 1060, and if I saw this correctly, it's 1140. So that is their elos. Syn slightly higher elo here. That's on half speed. I don't want that. We have 3 fire ships again and 5 galleys on the field right now. That's something we have to keep in mind here. It's play all 3, right? You are correct. I apologize. I'm getting confused. So many tournaments in the mix, just like a bit difficult to keep up. And there goes the fishing ships go down. Only 1 left for Elandil. But the fire ships are enough to push back these galleys. Yeah, well, why you got a micro, man? We're not high low enough for this micro. And there goes the fire ships, and here come the galleys. Let's see, market now coming in for Syn. Syn does wall this off. Unfortunately, he's still open in the back here, and he's open on this side as well. And here we have 4 archers on the field, 5 archers on the field for Elandil. Slowly pushing forward, looking to raid perhaps. And Elandil unfortunately does lose water. I don't know if there's a gap between the house and the archery range here. That it could be a possibility. But Syn now on the way up to Castle Age. Not a lot of fishing ships, still on 4 fishing ships, but a lot of galleys. He has total water control here, but not really investing too much into water, other than the galleys. A lot of farms, not a lot of fishing ships. We do have Force Caller, we do have Double Billax, we have the gold mining now coming in. And here come the archers forward here. And 2 more archers back here as well. Also, between streams, I do have to say this as well, just so I don't forget. Bearded Egg and Fizzy Blue, thank you for the follows. I appreciate it. Second archery range now coming in for Elandil now also walling in. Even the backside, you gotta make sure you don't get like raided from the Mongols on that side, from the other map. You know, gotta be careful. And here come the archers looking to do some damage. Scout incoming. Not a lot of damage. We do have fletching, but not a lot of archers. But there's one villager down. That is one eco kill. Scout will go down. Yeah, we have a lot of tryhards here, especially in when you have a competition like this. You know, you gotta bring your A game. Town center now, so I think TC going up here for Syn. Syn now getting Botkin and War Galleys. And barracks also being made here. Lots of archers queued up for Elandil, looking for like mass a death ball of archers. The scout does go down and he loses one archer. TC does go up. However, Syn did lose 4 villagers in that exchange, trying to get that TC up. And now these archers pushes Syn off these 2 wood lines. So he needs to, he can only work on this side at the moment. Another mining camp in now. To see what happens here. More galleys is in. We now see chain parting armor. Second cav upgrade for the Malians. No stable. There we go, Syn making stable. And we now have crossbowmen going on one side. Still no Balkan from Elandil here. Love to see it. And here comes more archers moving forward. Crossbowmen, but here come right into a war galley. We have to be careful. You might lose some crossbowmen here. If Elandil is not careful enough. There's one crossbowman down. 30C now coming up as well for Syn. And there's the reaction. I saw the issue. Crossbowmen are safe with only one going down in the long run. Elandil now going for stone as well. Syn has yet to grab any stone, but we now see knights coming in for Syn. And we also see a siege workshop. Elandil completely off of water now, not really paying attention, not really requiring anything. And Syn now going for stone. And here come the knights to clean up these 2 crossbowmen, but we now have bowsaw coming in for Syn. Crossbowmen pushed back here from the 3rd DC. Syn looking to be in a very strong defensive position, and these crossbowmen are... Yes. Huh? Okay, I'm coming. Where are you? I'm coming. Just give me one quick second. Be back. Okay, we are back. Apologies for that. Where the Mongol was riding from the east, so both armies decided to wall it off with teamwork. 100%. Nothing's coming from this side of the map. We have 7 crossbowmen here on this side. Nice, like a fourth PC now coming in for Syn as well. Yeah, losing water on a map like this is not ideal. We have a forward castle from Elandil. Curious to see if they'll pull this off. It'll be a good castle if they do. Ranges some of the stone here. Bit of that wood line, the TC. I'll have to see if if they pull it off. Small mass of crossbowmen can now deal with individual knights, but not a large mass, so we'll have to be careful. We also have a monastery here, which is relatively a good idea, especially against knights. Here comes Syn blocking off a bit more. And these war galleys patrolling water, just to make sure we don't get any sneaky docks running around. These crossbowmen are just taking damage from war galleys left and right. And here come the knights. Gonna pick off individual crossbowmen. Perhaps, maybe? They get a couple, one or two here and there. Nothing crazy. But here come the villagers. They're gonna walk right past these galleons. And oh, let's see if Syn realizes. And there's the conversion. We have a mangonel on the field as well for Syn. With one knight, and that knight is gonna get decimated here. Villagers are pulled backwards, so if Syn doesn't realize this TC is here, which he doesn't see, he doesn't see the villagers either, so that castle might go up for Elandil. Army moved to the side here to protect it. And we now have camels on the field as well. Yeah. And yeah, this castle seems to be going up. Syn seems to be a bit more focused on here. We got another conversion and big mango shot there. Nicely done. That's half the crossbow army and the monk going down. Good shot there from Syn. Castle is now up. And it's going to be annoying, to say the least. Might see some cataphracts, perhaps, coming in soon. Monastery will go down as well. Another siege workshop now coming in. And yeah, gates going down on this side. Nothing special, just some water damage. And I don't think catch you later, beautiful people. Have a good stream there, Benny. And a defensive castle now coming in for Syn, close to the waterline. A forward siege workshop and a forward stable from Elandil. Very smart. Trying to pull off your opponent's attention from one side. And here come the camels. 10 camels. We have 10 camels. 7 knights. Camels should be able to clean this up relatively quickly. We also have some cataphracts here. Castle does go up for Syn. Let's see, cataphracts will spot the castle, immediately gets pulled back. Save your units best you can. And here comes the cataphract. Having a look around. Yeah, the camels are lacking a little bit. But yeah, it's more about the numbers at this point. You can still do a relatively good fight here. With the monk as well, yeah, trying to get a conversion on the weakest knight there is. But yeah, that's sure. There you go, that's the conversion. Easy fight, nicely done. All in all, I think that's a relatively really good fight. And we also have camels coming in for Syn. Now, big mango shot, unfortunately, not doing too much. And now Syn going into pikemen here. Good tech switch. Deal with the camels and the cataphracts as well. One cataphract right under the TC. Look at that. Look at that. 2 eco kills already from the sole cataphract. Have a look here. We have a lot of villagers just going forward to nothing. Looks like a bad waypoint. Yeah, cataphract found 3 eco kills. And still going, doing damage, not too special. Big fight here, good fight for Syn. And that is the tech difference here that is on the field, having the extra armor and the extra attack bonus for your cav. Fortunately, Elandil here does need to get some more blacksmith upgrades for his camels if he's gonna stick to them. And we now have knights coming in, which I don't know why you're going knights. I don't think knights is a good idea, but here comes some rams going to potentially try to bring down the castle. But here come the camels looking to clean up these battering rams, which they will do. 5 battering rams on the field, 2 down already. Bad push, unfortunately, there for Elandil. Castle will survive. Trebs now coming in. And there's the GG with Syn taking game 1. I think overall it was a good early aggression. You had some good ideas. Unfortunately, you did lose water early, which is a shame. A lot of eco from the water that did make a difference, I would say, in this game. I think for game 1, it was pretty good game 1 so far. So we can go ahead. Give this a second to load up. There we go. Again, gonna switch off colors here for a moment. And I'm gonna go ahead and start a new prediction for game 2. There we go. You have 5 minutes before we need to decide. Let's see, we have a TC here on some fish and gold for Elandil. And a similar situation here for Simple. We also have some stone and zebras in there. Elandil also has some food on back here, so. Let me do something real quick before I forget. Yep. Forget that. There we go. So let's have a look here immediately. We have villagers on food. Villagers on food. Huns having the horse early on as well. On African clearing, which is a good idea there as well. And some good scouting early on. So, what do we have here? What can we expect for African clearing here for the 2 players? We have Syn playing as the Huns. I'm expecting strong Cav Archer plays. No houses needed, so that's always good. You know, focus on pushing up relatively quickly to get some early on aggression, maybe, or be a bit more defensible and focus on getting up to that castle age relatively quickly. As for Elandil here, we have Khmer. I think I would say I would love to see maybe elephants coming in for Khmer here on that clearing. There's a lot of like gold positioned around, so if you can guarantee that gold, then you should be in a great spot to actually like be able to make what you need. Let's get housed momentarily, but let's get loom instead early on. It's perfectly fine. Both players so far so good, with a slightly more TC idle time for Elandil here. And here comes Syn finding Elandil's TC. Elandil sees that garrisons. Unfortunately, Syn also notices and pulls back. Very smart decision there. Let's have a look at that scouting. Comparatively, look at Syn with all of the herdables that he is getting thanks to the horse alone. Mill now coming in for Elandil, going for more fish, getting the elephant now as well. Could be relatively easy thanks to the loom. No concern of losing his villager here whatsoever. That is a good lure right there. Syn as well, grabbing his elephant. Looking like a strong start here. Hello, Kaja, welcome. Hope you're having a good evening, man. Good to see you. Look at this. One goat there for Elandil. Don't think he noticed it, actually. Or maybe it was scouting, but it completely forgot to move it again. Oh yeah, never mind. Thanks for reminding me. I was having some cam issues earlier, so... Let me see. Oh, I don't have camera when I cast. I keep forgetting that. Did I put a camera? I normally don't have a camera when I cast. Eric's now coming in for Syn as well. You know what? It's been a while. Let's make a camera. Where's the camera? Existing cam. Thank you. Ooh. There we go. Where should I go? I'm gonna go. I think that's fine. Right there. Hi chat. Been a long time. Good to see you. And I know it's been a long time because I have a ponytail now. I've been growing my hair out. That's how long it's been. Unless I have a beard. But I might shave eventually, but we'll have to see. We'll see when we get there. So we have an early barracks, but I think it's mostly... No, you have mill? We have lumber camp. What's the barracks for? I'm curious. Genuinely curious to see what Syn will figure out here with the early barracks. But he has enough to click up to feudal age. He hasn't clicked up yet, but look at all these goats. That's 1200 food right there. That is incredible. Second elephant in for Elandil as well. Wanna do the Kev drunker to a full shave? I will pass, thank you very much. I actually enjoy my hair, and the last time I cut my hair when I had it long, I felt so bad afterwards. I genuinely felt like really bad for it. So I decided like if I'm gonna cut my hair, it has to be like a really good reason. Or won't happen. So barracks now in for Elandil as well. Elandil all the way up, almost up to feudal age here, with Syn right behind. Big villager difference, 20 to 25. But now's the time for Elandil to catch up. He does get to feudal faster. We now see a stable coming in. And some interesting walls here for Elandil here, making sure that he doesn't get raided on the wood line. We have some gold for Syn as well. I'm not sure what he's planning to go for here, but the extra wood and early gold makes me want to think he's gonna drop an archery range. And we have 6 scouts immediately in for Elandil here. Going to push forward here, early aggression I would say. Blacksmith archery range, there you go. We're gonna see some archers coming in early. Immediately in feudal age. Again, the not needing the houses for the hunts here is very, very strong. Unfortunately, the only downside is it does leave you a bit more open unless you actively do walls, which Syn isn't really doing, which probably means that he's going for a full aggressive build by the looks of it. Long elephant. We might lose a villager here if we're not careful, and Syn will lose a villager maybe? And villager goes down to Gaia. Gaia does get 1 point. That's a win for Gaia right there. But Syn already going up to castle age, which means we're going to be seeing cav archers. And Elandil here has just finished his 4th scout. Double bit axe now coming in, so Syn here needs to be careful. He needs to protect his eco just to ensure that he can consistently keep making these cav archers. He doesn't have a lot of gold income, he doesn't have a lot of wood income, but hopefully going into castle age, he'll be able to drop some TCs on the wood line and the gold. He sees the scouts, immediately starts making spearmen. Ooh, trying to quick wall, unfortunately not getting it, and does lose the villager, and the archery range does not go up at 99.5%. Wow, that is incredible. Nicely done there for Elandil, denying that archery range. And now Syn walling in his food, moving all his goats closer to the TC, doesn't want to lose the 2 scouts. Spearman now on the hunt. That spearman teleported. And going for the walls again, unfortunately failing, and here come the scouts inside the wood line. And Syn immediately pulls back his villagers. And does save them, and here's castle age. And here comes the goats are now on the move. And here comes the scramble, look at that. Unfortunately, he does lose the goats again. And is forced to push back. And look at all these villagers onto gold now. And we now have cav archers now coming in for Syn. Syn should really finish that 2nd archery range. And there goes the villager to get that sorted out. Yeah, he had all the goats on the map, I would say. I want to say. Really, most of them. There's like, what? A couple left? Not even then. He still got these guys here. He has another lumber camp in the back here. There's a very sneaky lumber camp. Way up here. Just in case he needs the extra defenses. Or the extra attack angle. And here's the villager building up those 2 palisade walls. Doesn't matter, villager will go down to these scouts. Unfortunately, this archer range is already up. And here come the cav archers. Could have taken the fights for the ghosts. Yeah, there was only one spearman. I would have taken the fight. Probably would have lost like 2 of my scouts, but yeah. Okay, at one point here, do you switch into elephants? You're going up to castle age, you just go bloodlines. Elephants are resistant to the cav archers. They can take a lot of arrows before they go down. Scouts are a good raiding unit, but unfortunately in the long run, I just don't see it being viable here. And TC now coming in for Syn, and we have scouts in the wood line again. Couple of kills, maybe. Nope, 2 scouts down. We did lose maybe one villager, but it seems the scouts are pushed back. Focusing the market now. And we are going knights. Okay, yeah, okay. I'm fine with knights. Again, I would have preferred elephants, personally. I would probably go elephants, but that might be me throwing the game. So we'll have to see what happens here. All this food, absolutely, it's still 800 food here. It's ridiculous. All the villagers on gold, more villagers on the wood line. DC here pumping out villagers as well. And we now have cav archers going forward, just being annoying. Siege workshop coming in as well now for Elandil, looking to do some damage. Elites are expensive. Yeah, I understand elephants are expensive, but elephants are resistant to most of this, so they can probably take out a lot of it. You just need a good combination. Like, there's a couple of elephants to take the hits, and I would say maybe some skirms just to deal with it. Use the elephants to push forward, and use the skirms to hunt the cav archers. But again, that could just be me throwing the game, so we'll have to see how well you pull this off anyway. We have a stable here on the side as well. To see what's gonna happen with that. And some scorpions. See the flags, move the cav archers. Thinking it's something, maybe. Gotta be careful. And here comes the knights. Cav archers running right under the TC. At the TC into the wood line. And Syn, with not a care in the world, takes a fight here, and the knights are gonna do a lot of damage here to these cav archers. Unfortunately for the cav archers, they're not enough to clean this up and do a lot of damage. Alright. And the Elandil will clean this up. Nicely done, good defense. More cav archers now coming in for Syn. I don't know if Elandil spotted this TC, I highly doubt that. Yeah. So yeah, but you can see the farms. So potentially, if you're paying attention, you could be able to potentially see that coming in. You have more cav archers. Knights are doing quite well. Good combination, having knights and scorpions seems to be doing well, at least this early. My only concern here is the slight eco difference and not going for a second TC for Elandil here. Where would you drop a second TC? If you're playing it safe, probably around on this side, close to the gold and the wood line here maybe. Or if you want to be aggressive, you can go closer to the middle, potentially. So we'll have to see if you ever do get a second TC here. Then pushes the gold miners back, seeing that the knights were on the way, taking down those two spearmen. We now have a stable coming in. More cav archers being made. 14 cav archers to 6 knights. We also have some more units over here in the middle. Big fight, big fight. Let's see. And Syn does push back the knights, at least momentarily. But knights of his own now on the field. And Elandil coming back with his own knights, and the cav archers are now split into two groups. Take the engagement while they're separate, and forced to fall back thanks to the knight and ballistas here. And yeah, pulling back, losing one of your scorpions. Unfortunately, 2 scorpions go down, and you're forced to retreat. No siege. Yeah. Siege workshop now coming in here for Syn as well. And here comes the third TC for Syn. Next to the gold on the wood line. Looking strong. Interestingly enough, no bloodlines for Syn here. And what is this? We have a castle. Forward for Elandil and a TC. Fourth TC there for Syn, and here comes Knight just doing some damage on the mill. That's fine. Villagers going forward, no defenses, nothing to protect them. That might end badly here for Elandil. He might be losing these villagers if he's not careful. Knights are taking damage from some cav archers. Cav archers do go down, and here comes the Huns finding these villagers, and this is just a cleanup. But here come the Knights. Let's see how well these Knights can do here against these cav archers. Unfortunately, these two Knights do go past, and we're dropping another castle a bit more behind. This might be a bit more of a panic castle rather than a defensive one. Looking to protect the Scorpions. And here come the Scorpions looking for the cav archers. Cav archers are forced to be pulled back while the Knight is slowly being taken out. Here we go. And one villager constructing a castle. This villager will take a bit more time, but it will eventually go up unless it is pushed up against. Annoying Knights forward. Large mass of cav archers here. 26 cav archers so far. More Knights coming in for Elandil. We have archery rangers not coming in. Maybe looking to go to skirms. Try and play against these cav archers. Some villagers now going to this side to get some more gold by the looks of it. And the defensive castle now coming in for Syn as well, on top of the hill next to the gold. Very good placement for that castle. And I'm sending the scout forward, just being annoying. Figuring out there's the army, you know it's there. These Knights are free to raid. Let's see if they can do some damage here. And here come the Knights under the TC. No reaction from Syn so far. And castle goes up for both players. Archer is just not going up. And there's the reaction. Syn now garrisoning his villagers for protection. Scorpions now pushing forward. And we now have Knights in the wood line. And grab a couple of kills. 17 kills for these Knights so far. Doing some damage, doing what they need to do. They're being annoying, they're raiding. Cav archers are forced to be used on the defensive here. Not a massive eco difference, even with 4 to 1 TCs here. Elandil doing a good job to like keep the eco numbers down. 20 eco kills. But now we're starting to see the big difference here. Numbers are getting a little ridiculous for Syn with 73 eco to 53, 20 eco difference between the players. University now coming in. I would even like to see ballista elephants at least. If you don't want to go to like regular elephants, but Knights going forward right under the castle. Maybe taking a lot of damage, unfortunately. this fight here, if you just small amount of knights, you can do a lot of damage. Because you lost 2 knights to what, 5 cav archers? And someone's at the door. Give me a moment. And we're back. Apologies. And some back and forth so far. Nothing too crazy happening. We have Elandil going into Imp and Elite Skirms being teched. Monks now on the field for Syn. Standard victory is a thing here, so that is always an option. I'll go look here. Looking a little quiet. Go bed, buddy. Yes, where's mommy? You sleeping? Nini, go sleep. Bedtime. Yes, you can. Okay. You want Papa kiss? Alright. Back in just a sec again. Hell is that noise? Okay, we are back. Apologies for that. Okay, let's see, we might be seeing a big fight here, and right in the middle. 2 knights thrown away, right under TC, but we have a large group of cav archers here looking to do some damage. 5 eco kills, nicely done. Now, do you want to be aggressive, do you want to be defensive? For Elandil here, that is the quick question here. Bloodline's now in for Syn as well. Sending skirms. Protecting the eco. We are in imp, so we now see Trebs. Unfortunately, Syn is nowhere near getting imp here. So if he's not careful, he might be losing a castle here. And this game will turn around relatively quickly. And there's the first Treb. And there's another TC in for Syn. There you go, we now see some cav archers. Mangonel is also on the field. Second Treb here for Elandil. So this is, I think, this is very smart here for Syn. Instead of going on the offensive, he's going on the offensive, taking the opportunity. Elandil is busy here, going on the forward push against the castle, and instead he's doing a counter push on his eco, and that's already a lot of villager kills, eco kills. That's a big eco difference now. Is by double at this point. Again, only 1 Treb. Still attacking. There's the 3rd Treb now going in. These Mangonels are going to do a lot of work, but they don't want to overextend here for Syn. Now you're playing versus Cavar, the fact that they just run away is annoying. Yeah, I agree. And good sniping there for Elandil on the Mangonels, but and Syn will be losing this castle. Nope. Oh, there you go. Castle is down, and we now have Cavaliers in for Elandil here. And hopefully now these units get a couple of good kills on the eco, trying to get the eco difference maybe before this gets a bit too one-sided. Off for a sec. And here come the monks looking for some conversions. Go, 1 conversion in, 2nd conversion in, but we now have Rebs taking down this TC. And as soon as that TC goes down, these Cavaliers immediately pushing forward. Get some eco kills, some pikemen in, and we also have some skirms, and here come the cav archers. And this army might be going down. It's forced to push back. But you don't want to leave your trebs too unguarded, because here come the knights looking to take down these trebs. Syn sees the situation, he forces the cav archers on another flank. He's going back for eco kills rather than using them for a defensive style. That's the cool thing about tournaments is like you're kind of forced to play in a different way, you know, especially against certain people. Once you learn if you do your research, you know how they play and stuff like that, it can be predictable. Especially if you're used to playing one side, like a one-time game kind of thing. I think, for example, some people find it difficult to play up against me preemptively because I'm so unpredictable, because I don't run one playstyle. You know what I mean? I'm very creative, to say the least. Here we go, we have some skirms. Halb's going into skirms. Oh, here come the scorpions as well. Halbs are doing really good work here. And now heading straight for the trebs. But you know, the good old Halb countered the cavaliers. Protecting the trebs. The amount of cavaliers doing some damage here. Unfortunately, here come the cavalry, just completely decimating the eco here in the back. Not the offensive castle here for another one. Going in for Elandil, but he's gonna run right into cavaliers. To be a bit more aggressive with this push. And move some of these units back, probably. Here we go, we have 2 cavaliers here that got converted. That's gonna clean up this entire group of villagers. Hello Syn, welcome. This castle does not seem to be going up. Become more knights. Make sure that this gets cleaned up. Another DC down for Syn. We now have more cavaliers doing some damage to eco here. We have not found this castle as of yet. No, there we go. Castle is seen now. We have some cavaliers under it. Completely no eco for Elandil, and that castle was denied. So this is by the looks of it, the final push here for Elandil. If this push fails, then that is GG. Yeah, 2 betrayers completely slaughtering the entire armada of villagers. More villagers going forward. Dropping farms under the castle, which is smart. Command farms, you don't need the mills, you don't need anything like that. So you can always like be a bit more aggressive with them. Unfortunately for Elandil here, he's lost most of his cavalier. Other than these guys up here. So his push will be halted for a moment. Unfortunately, oh, the trebs overextending. Trebs are gonna get caught in no man's land. Those trebs are going down. 1 down already. 2nd down. There's the GG. Called for game 2. Syn. 2-0 in this Play Old Tree series so far. Ooh, the casting sheet is uploaded. Thank you very much, Neo. I appreciate it. We'll have a look at it a bit later. Switch over back to casting. Go ahead and run a new prediction. And you have 5 minutes of prediction time, plenty of time to figure it out. We have Syn playing as the Mongols versus Elandil playing as the Georgians. This is lowlands. This is a very interesting map. Not easy to wall up, not easy to defend. A lot of gold in the middle, at least most of the gold is in the middle, so middle control here for this gold is very important throughout the map. Not much on the sides except for wood. Again, low sources of wood, so this game usually ends very quickly. Yeah, this is the very Arabia style map. We'll see how long this one is before the next set goes up. Because I know we will be casting Broccoli versus Hitman live after this set, but that starts in an hour, or a bit less than an hour. If we have time, we'll do the announcement between Saturday games while we wait. If if not, we'll do it after. Fine. Depending on how well this is going, I might also cast Gold Roger's game. So we'll have to see if that also takes part today or not. So we'll have to see. The plan is I do get to cast 2 or 3 games every week on Fridays from Den Battle Royale. So this is me doing a casting stream. This is me doing a long stream because I understand like not a lot of people from the community that we've made so far enjoys Minecraft. It's just for me having to tank my elo just to get content live can get a bit aggravating, you know, because I noticed that I end up getting relatively tilted whenever I do live games, and which is why I kind of don't want to do it anymore, but I just want to focus on casting instead. So the Minecraft, me doing Minecraft is more for me rather than anything, I would say. No, it's not because it's not fun. Because I do love Age of Empires. I love Age of Empires. It is one of my probably top 10 games. My problem with it is when I'm playing the game and I'm streaming at the same time, I end up doing one of two things. Either I'm too focused on the game where I basically just completely ignore chat and kind of like zone in, not really talk, not too much, just me playing, or I focus too much on chat and I start making stupid mistakes and take my elo. I noticed, for example, the last 2 sessions I streamed of me just playing ranked, I lost, I lost 150 elo. I went down to 940. I was over 1100. And then I just played on my own without streaming, and I got to 1100 like in a couple of games. So it does affect me and my playstyle. So while I do want to be able to provide more content in general, like more Age of Empires and stuff like that, it's not fun for me to lose all the progress I made, you know? Which is why I'll stick to do just castings and stuff like that for actual like streaming content for Age of Empires. Everything else is just gonna be me doing, just me being me, having fun, playing some Minecraft, playing some other games, and you know, just focusing on that aspect, and at the same time also hopefully growing a bit more of a varied community, just in general. Jesus Christ, Emma. It actually reminds me, I haven't seen Emma in a long time. Hope they're okay. And Elandil now going up to feudal age. Stable coming in for Syn, playing as the Mongols. Again, this is one of those maps you just have to be, if you're really aggressive, it can end very early. It does work similar to Arabia, yes. There we go. Ooh. Elandil steals 2 of the herdables there. And walling his woodline. Did you scout the stable? You did not. Stable. So you see walls. Curious. Probably expecting that you're gonna get raided, so you're gonna preemptively like build a wall. That kind of situation. Spearmen, yeah, you're seeing Mongols, you're expecting scouts. But I would say it's a good idea, a good plan. Preemptively prepping yourself. So far, not much happening. And we have some forward scouts, but here goes scouts for Elandil as well. Both players running some quick early scouts, looking to do some early damage. Elandil's woodline is walled off. Most of its villagers are protected under the TC, and we have spearmen next to the farms. So let's see. What about Syn here? Syn has a couple of villagers under the TC. His woodlines are completely open. There's one or two spearmen here running around. Here we go. We have villager cats caught early out. Unfortunately, it was going for gold. By the looks of it, it was looking to go to wall up, maybe. Oh, look, that farm placement is not not ideal. One scout goes down. Ooh, scout does survive. Second scout, but here we go. We have Elandil also on this side. Need to do some damage. Doing some damage. Elandil does get housed, unfortunately. There are more houses being built now. First game that we've seen player get blessed so far. I would say it's been a pretty good set, really. Considering that not a lot of housing has happened. There's a problem for me. We have a forward spearman also for Elandil with scouts. Scouts looking to find an opening. Unfortunately, can't really find much here. And Elandil spearman will be going down. And Syn is forced to pull back with his scouts. Good back and forth so far. Syn does get a bit of an advantage. He does get one villager kill. And Syn puts down a blacksmith to wall up behind that palisade. Yeah. Okay. The spearman coming in and one militia, which I feel like the militia may have been a misclick there. For Syn. Pick Crater Lake. Elandil, I'm gonna counteract this. Before you say that Crater Lake's a water map, I will argue, if you haven't seen my show match between me and Neo, you can play Crater Lake or Mediterranean like Arabia. I can assure you. Elandil here waiting for some overchop by the looks of it. And here comes some spearmen looking to do some damage. One scout goes down, and I can tell you now, this scout in the back, the last scout here, this is Elandil's starting scout. You want to know why? Because it's still under no attack stance. So that is still something that's happening here. Elandil now going up to Castle Age, Syn getting wheelbarrow. Syn still far off from getting to Castle here. He does have an archery range, he's stable, he has a blacksmith, he has enough, he just needs the resources to actually be able to click up. Unfortunately, he does not. But this also leaves a prime line here for Elandil to just run back into that wood line if they choose. And Elandil now going on stone as well. Have a look here, let's see what's happening. And there we go, we have now scouts on gold. I need to do some damage. Probably get a couple of kills, one or two. Unfortunately, the spearman isn't there. The spearman will clean up those scouts. Scout going down. He's not going to get a lot of damage in. That is unfortunate. Only one eco kill there for those scouts. And the bear had decided to migrate. And we now have a market coming in. Stable, second stable coming in here for Elandil as well. We have bloodlines now coming in. Because if I don't even you can get up sooner. 100% agreed. You are now in Castle Age, and Syn is just clicked up. We now see knights coming in immediately. Second stable now coming in for Syn as well. We moved our wood line from here to here. Let's see if we find the second DC in this game. Everyone get Helldivers 2? How would we get Helldivers 2? What is Helldivers 2? Syn on gold on this side as well now. We now have 4 knights on the field. 5th knight coming in right now. For Elandil, there's 5 knights. Let's see if they're gonna do some damage here. Going forward, we have 1 minute to do as much damage as we can with these knights before Syn gets to Castle Age and he can counter with monks or pikemen or knights of his own. Fortunately, Syn here is completely walled up, and there's that lone militia getting absolutely decimated. Here we go. Let's see what happens here. A big fight by the looks of it. And nope, just passing through. Oh no, there we go, taking the fight. Spearman unfortunately will get melted by these knights. And Syn just gets to Castle Age now. More knights coming in. And we have a gap. Let's see if Elandil can take advantage of this little gap here. There we go, his scout picks off 1 villager in the back there. Nicely done. PC now coming in for Syn. And here comes some scouts inside the eco, fortunately right into some spearmen. And the gate goes down, and here come the camels. 5 camels in for Syn. Forced to retreat. We'll have to see how this plays out here momentarily. 30C now in for Syn as well. We might have a big fight here right on the hill. Pikemen and knights against these camels. Only 1 defense upgrade. The camels are forced to fall back. Good idea there for Syn to protect his army. Gotta make sure he keeps it alive if he's gonna try and focus up on pushing. But here we go. We have step lancers now on the field as well. Great raiding unit, looking to do some eco damage by the looks of it. Elandil might be looking to drop a castle somewhere here. He has the resources for it. And here come the step lancers. 1 villager down. Attacking the mule, they're attacking the mule cart. Oof, that is unfortunate for Syn. And look at those villagers just running past the step lancers. And we're looking to drop a castle right on the market and the stables. And it's looking like a good position. large number of knights to keep that castle going up for sure. There we go. We have some contact here. And here come camels looking to deny the castle. Knights and pikemen to defend. Step lancers found the villagers. Still a lot of villagers before they go down. They might still be able to do some damage. Scouts get caught. Step lancers still doing damage. The camel's completely decimated here. And the step lancer is gonna go down. This castle is going up 85%. Syn has no army. And he's now pushing villagers away from where he was. Some good damage coming in, and in come the knights as well. Oh, there we go, second TC. Third game, we finally have a second TC from Elandil. And we now have the Monaspa on the field. Incredible military unit. Let's see how much damage they can do. Knights hunting villagers by the looks of it. Syn sending villagers way far here. I'm curious to see what the plan is. He's losing villagers to bears at this point. And look at that, dropping a TC right on top of Elandil's TC. Beautiful. Look at all these villagers idling. Let's see if they realize. Oh, they realize. Pulling back, pulling back. Garrison. We get a kill. One villager goes down. Two villagers go down. This is a good shot there. Third TC down, fourth TC actually coming in. But we still have, again, Monaspa on the field. Army in the back here. More army under this TC doing some damage here as well. And here come the knights. Might try and deny this TC. The TC does not go up. Then is forced to pull back. Here comes Elandil with his knights doing some damage. 43 kills in total, 19 eco kills to 6. Elandil still a little behind on eco, but still enough damage to keep himself inside the game. Got some camels. I love the forward mule cart. Very impressive, very important. Then trying again to rebuild, to build up this TC. Here come the camels and the knights. Fortunately, camels are focusing the wrong units, and all the villagers for Syn are going down. Here come more reinforcements for Elandil. Looking to get in a good fight. The camels are doing really well. Fortunately, not enough in terms of numbers, and the TC is denied again. One villager left, which will be going down any moment now. Nicely done there for Elandil. Castle being very annoying here. We have more Monaspas being created. And there goes the TC. Botkin now coming in for Syn. Elandil's eco isn't the prettiest, but third TC now coming in for Elandil. We are similar in terms of eco now, thanks to all the eco kills. But here comes the Monaspas forward, 7 in total. Looking to go in right under the TC fire. Let's see. Can they get a couple of villagers down? One villager. Fuel cars kept leaving. Elandil is cool. Yeah. Potentially, oh, there you go. We got knights under this TC doing some damage here. Look at those. Villagers got caught out. Syn still not enough stone to build a castle of his own. Nicely done here, and nowhere near making a monastery or university or secret workshop. He doesn't have the resources to actually go up to Imp at all. Syn just needs one building, or you can just look up. He has enough resources. If he gets enough resources, he can go up to Imp at this point and guarantee he wins this fight. But here we go, we have more Monaspa's knights and a scout in the middle here, looking to do some damage, and there we go, Syn finally drops the castle, trying to protect whatever eco he has here. So we have knights here for Elandil fighting off this eco, and I don't know if Syn will realize and react here. He's so focused here in the middle so far, microwing this TC. These 8 knights have a total of 46 kills. And I go, look at all that eco going down for Syn here. Elandil playing an amazing game tree. And here come the camels. Right past the castle. More stables being built. But there we go, we finally have units because camels were moved from the defensive eco. So we now have knights and Monaspa in eco, in the food eco here, which is devastating for Syn if he doesn't realize. There we go, we're now sending the camels back. We have Mangadai as well over on this side, doing some damage to Elandil as well. Elandil cleans up those camels, at least some of them. Forced to push back, protecting his eco. No reaction against these Mangadai. Elandil looking to be in a very, very good position here. Have a look here, Mangadai do go down. And here comes some knights. I'm gonna clean this up. For the first time in 3 games, Elandil does have the eco lead. Like having for Syn doing some damage here, trying to find some eco kills. And another castle coming in now for Elandil. We have Lycav trying to deny it. But here we go, we have a massive army right under the TC, big fight here. These camels and the Monaspa and the knights. And Elandil is forced to pull back. He's not careful, he's gonna lose this castle. There you go, he's forcing the scouts off. Only 5 villagers still trying to build it. Down to 4 villagers, still making some more. Idle villagers forward there, I'm not sure. Attention is a finite resource, I agree, 100%. Tunnel visioning is a thing. There we go, we have some knights here. Looking to push back these Lycav. Castle is mostly done, just need a good timing. Here we go, we're sending knights forward, and here comes a Treb on this side, looking to bring down this castle. Will stop the Mangadai production. It's very smart. Mangadai are a big problem. And here comes the Monaspa to protect the Treb. And now this castle goes up because there's nothing to stop it. And there you go, castle will go down. Especially with this castle up now. And there's the GG's. And Elandil will take game 3. Finish us off with a 2-1 series. Nicely done, Elandil. Well done to Syn as well. Great set. Always nice to see it.